All right, ladies and gentlemen, they're back by popular demand, and it's the Malzberg panel part 1. And joining us on the panel in this segment, the national spokesperson for the Libre Initiative, and that would be Rachel Campos-Duffy, and host of the Roger Hedgecock syndicated radio show, The Roger Hedgecock Show, Roger Hedgecock. And welcome to both of you. And let me ask you, Rachel, one of the things I just talked about, and there's been a real paucity of this anywhere, and that is that Michael Brown's mother is a suspect, reportedly, in an armed robbery where people were beaten up with a pipe, etc. Things were stolen, T-shirts, whatever. And I hear story after story today on Ferguson all over the media, but I don't hear any mention of this. Is this like selective reporting?
It sure is. It's by omission. I want to tell you, she actually says, I want to make sure I get this right, they want to hold off on talking about this, and she's actually asked the judge through her lawyer to not talk about it. Of course, the judge said, I can't not release this information.
I think we lost Rachel, so I'll go to Roger until we get her back. Roger, I mean, this is just insane. I even heard, if I'm not mistaken, that her and her husband went to Geneva today. I mean, she was allowed to leave the country?
Absolutely, because she's going to make her pitch to the United Nations. You remember that from last week. Also from last week, and by the way, this whole thing about her being involved in this robbery and then not being reported is part of a pattern. The pattern is that the folks, the activists on the ground now who have taken control of the protest over Brown's death, they're now negotiating with the police, negotiating with the Department of Justice, getting into the United Nations. This is being turned into a giant lever against the United States. From a small acorn, a giant oak will grow. Well, that's what they're doing here.
No, you're absolutely right. And these, I forget what they call the agreement that they're trying to work out, that among other things calls for the police not to be able to don riot gear or have use tear gas, and water bottles can be thrown at police without response. I mean, if any of that is ever agreed to by the police in Ferguson, I give up. We're in the wrong country.
We're in the wrong country on this one. I'll tell you, there's a determined group of activists, and I'm sorry, the Communist Party USA is there, socialistworkers.org is there. All of these folks who want to destroy America are there. They're taking this incident, they're going to blow it up into the biggest riots you've ever seen if they get half a chance. And to soften up the police, first, remember, all the way back a couple of weeks ago, they tried to get rid of the police chief with rumors that he was resigning, which he steadfastly said were not true. Then they went after this negotiation tactic, as you just mentioned, and now, worse than that, they're coming up with an idea that, well, even if we commit small crimes, they said Friday, small crimes, that shouldn't be the result of an arrest or anything like that. Of course not. So now we've got an armed robbery not being reported. There's going to be an incredible blow-up about this, and I'm afraid both sides, and again, the Obama administration has done nothing but divide us racially in this country since day one. This is going to be the ultimate division.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. And let's speaking along the same lines here. I believe that besides Obama, nobody's done more damage to provoke this than Eric Holder. Now we know that the nomination of Loretta Lynch was announced on Saturday by the president to succeed Eric Holder as Attorney General. And Rachel, first of all, when I saw Al Sharpton in the audience, smiling and clapping and applauding, I got to tell you, it's not beyond my realm of possibility, because he has such access and she's so local here in New York City that Al Sharpton, if he didn't pick her, played a huge role in picking the possible next Attorney General of the United States.
It's very possible. I mean, we all know that Eric Holder and Al Sharpton, all of them are in cahoots all the time. I mean, they actually are not even shy about saying that Al Sharpton is very close to the administration and considered an advisor of sorts. So it wouldn't surprise me at all.
And Roger, but you know, we got a couple of more senators. Even Orrin Hatch today weighed in, and I'm going to speak to John McCain later in studio and ask him about this. You know, they're saying that the president absolutely should wait for the new Congress and not try to get her railroaded through with the lame duck session.
Well, that leaves us, of course, with Eric Holder during this Ferguson blow-up, and we know where he's coming from, so I don't know that that's a great advantage. What this is, of course, is a typical party coming into power with a change like we've had, this tsunami of change we've had in this election, wanting to get everything delayed until they have a chance to have a say on it in January. The president is going to do what he's going to do in this lame duck session because he still has the votes. He's likely to get this nominee through. I happen to believe that presidents are entitled, by the way, to get the nominees of their choice, because this woman is even more radical than Eric Holder is. This woman is going to be, I think, proof positive to the country that the Department of Justice has morphed into the Department of Just Us.
Yep. No, I couldn't agree more. All right, we'll be rejoined by Rachel and by Roger in just a few moments. But next, it's going to be Ben Stein joining me. Don't miss it.